Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a Valentine's video for you. It's a Valentine's video with a little bit of difference because I am single, as everybody probably knows. So I thought I'd make a little video about how to enjoy Valentine's Day when you're single. I kind of feel like I'm quite qualified to talk about this by now. I'm 29, have never really been in a proper relationship, so I am like a professional single. But yeah, I mean, I know like some people think it's just like another day and it's like a way for like card companies to make money and stuff, but most people that say that kind of thing to me are people that are in relationships. And I don't know if you're like me, like whether you've been single for a long time or whether you're, you know, just out of a relationship and feel a bit crap about like being reminded of people in relationships and stuff. But yeah, I thought I would just like chat through some fun little ways that you can kind of enjoy Valentine's Day. I know that like being in a relationship isn't all like love hearts and smiles and things like that, but it still feels a bit crap when you're single and everyone else is getting like nice cards and flowers and all that kind of thing, and you're like sitting at home with a tub of Ben and Jerry's, like, yeah. So yeah, I've got a little list. As I said, like, don't take this like too seriously. It's not kind of meant to be taken that way. It's just a bit of fun, because at the end of the day, it is just another day, and you know, it is a way for card companies to make money, but it does still feel a bit crap. So I'm going to get right on into it. So my tip number one for enjoying a single Valentine's Day is to celebrate Galentine's Day instead. I've got a feeling it's actually the day before, the 13th of February. But basically it is a day when you embrace like your gal pals, your friends, like people around you that you love. And yeah, it's much more, I suppose, it's not about looking like celebrating romantic love, it's about celebrating the love you have for the people around you, which I think is quite a nice thing to do. And you know, we should probably do it every day anyway, but life gets busy and things just slip through the net. So use like Valentine's Day, Galentine's Day as an excuse to, like, I don't know, text a friend. I like to send some of my friends like little nice like cards just to say that I appreciate them. You could even like organise a date night with a friend or a group of friends, go out for a meal, nice meal, go to the cinema, do all those kind of things that you might do with a partner, but do it with all your friends. And to be honest, like, I think that's a lot more, I don't know, I haven't been in a relationship, but I think it's a lot more fun spending time with your gals and, you know, going for a few drinks or chilling out in front of a DVD and a takeaway. So yeah, have a go at celebrating Galentine's Day instead. Number two, I like to try and embrace some self-love around like Valentine's Day, because I think it's a good idea. Sometimes it's nice to like look at the bigger meaning of Valentine's Day, and it's sort of, well, it's obviously about love, and a lot of the time we focus on like the love we have for other people and stuff like that, and we kind of forget to look after ourselves. So I think it's a really good opportunity to practice like some self-care. So whether that is, you know, buying yourself something that you really wanted, like that, I don't know, perfume you really liked, or like that top in Topshop that you really liked, but it doesn't have to involve spending money. I think a lot of the time you kind of think of self-care and you think you have to like treat yourself like with money, and that's not always, you know, it's not always feasible. You can't always afford to go and do that. So I like to do just little things like having a nice like bubbly bath, painting my nails, putting a bit of makeup on. I don't put makeup on like that often, but when I do, it just makes me feel quite nice. I'll show you my lipstick that I'm wearing today. It is the YSL Rouge Volupte Shine. It's number 13. Does it say what it is? Pink in Paris. And seriously, like, this has been sitting in my drawer for a while, and every time I've like gone to put my lipstick on, I've been like, oh, I don't know if I want to start using it because they're so nice. But I was like, today I was like, no, I'm going to use it. And oh my god, it smells like watermelon or something. I keep putting it on just for the smell of it, which isn't good because I don't want to use it up. But I'm diverting anyway. I just thought I would talk to you about that lipstick. But yeah, just put a bit of makeup on, or just do something that makes you feel nice. So whether that is like putting on your favourite Disney DVD and eating a bag of popcorn all to yourself, or whether it's having a bit of time to watch some of your favourite YouTube videos or read your favourite blogs, or having like your mum over for like a little pampering session or something, just like thinking about yourself, I think, on Valentine's Day is okay. It's all right any day, but you know, use it as a good excuse. Number 3 is to invite some friends over for dinner and actually like cook it all yourself. I am not a good cook. Well, I don't know, maybe I could be if I tried. I struggle to find like the energy and stuff like that, and also because I have a lot of trouble with food, it's not necessarily something that I put a lot of energy into. But I think it could be quite nice if you are like a foodie and you enjoy like going out to eat and stuff, to ask some of your friends round and actually cook something from scratch, because one, it's quite a good distraction, I think, to be in the kitchen and, you know, busy and things like that, and also you get that satisfaction at the end of like being able to feed your friends and hopefully them like enjoying what you've made. If you're not a cook like me, then maybe like ask them over for a takeaway, but then like do some baking. I love baking. You know, bake some little like red velvet cupcakes or some brownies or something like that. But yeah, I think the main thing is like just get all your friends over, whether you cook, whether they cook, whether you all cook together. Put on like a really good film. You could either put on like a love film, or you could put on something completely different, you know, like a horror or something, if that's what you're into. But yeah, just I think sometimes it can be nice to have like people surrounding you, and also if everyone, all of your friends, if a lot of your friends are going out, you know, on dates with their other halves and stuff like that, get all your single friends over and have a good time and show like the couples that it doesn't have to be boring being single. But yeah, just have fun. So number 4 is to remind yourself about all the good things about being single. I think this can be a hard one sometimes, because I know I find it quite difficult sometimes to think of the good things about being single, because all I think about is like what I'm missing from not being in a relationship. So like, oh, you know, I wish I had someone that I could just like have a like spontaneous weekend away with, or someone to curl up in front of like a film with or something like that. So sometimes I think it can be quite useful to kind of think about the good things about like your position now. So I don't know, I always think like with being single, I think, well, yeah, okay, I'm missing some of those things, but I don't have to like check in with anybody. If I want to, I don't know, go out one day, I don't have to check with someone else that that's okay, or that, you know, like our plans are like matching. If I want to sit, you know, on a Saturday, if I want to sit in front of the TV all day and do nothing, I don't have to kind of check with someone else that, you know, that's not interfering with their plans, or that, you know, I don't kind of feel like I'm holding them back. So a lot of like the good things about being single for me are being able to do what I want, I guess. I mean, there are other things like, I don't know, there may be like financial things if you're like into that kind of thing. But yeah, I think just trying to remind yourself of like the things you appreciate now, I guess, going into a bit of like a more deeper thing of like the gratitude journal type, you know, movement of actually writing down like what you are grateful for now. And I think writing down is quite a good thing, because it actually is there in front of you then, and you can look at it. Because I can, you know, I'll have said all these things now, and then maybe this evening I'll sit down and watch something on TV and be like, oh, I feel so lonely, I wish I had someone with me. And it's alright, like, I guess I want to say as well that it's okay to feel rubbish about being single. But there's like 364 other days to feel like that, so let's make Valentine's Day a day when you feel good. So yeah, just remember like some of the good things, or the things you're happy with now. Number 5 is to have a spa day. Now, if anyone knows me, like, you'll know that any excuse for a spa day and I'm there, because I love a good spa. But again, this kind of goes back to kind of like the self-love pampering thing. And I think around like Valentine's Day, going for a nice spa day and just really like indulging and looking after yourself is just like, what more could you want? And I find like if I go to a spa, or even like, you know, you don't have to go for like a full-on spa day. You could find like someone in your local area that does like massage or facials or something like that. And I find if I go for like a massage or something like that, that like half hour, however long it is, I just forget everything. My mind just goes a bit like marshmallowy. So it's quite a nice way of like zoning out, forgetting about the fact that you feel a bit rubbish, and just kind of knowing that you're like investing in you, and that you feel like telling yourself that you are worth like being loved and being taken care of. And yeah, you're worth spending a bit of money on as well. I think sometimes it's quite easy to sort of feel guilty for like spending money on like indulgent things. And you know, I'm not telling you to go for a spa day every day of the week or whatever, but you know, for something like Valentine's Day, maybe it's a nice way of like confirming to yourself that you're worth it. And I think it can be quite difficult. I can feel quite worthless sometimes when, you know, you can't find a relationship and you keep getting like turned down or let down or rejected, and you get to the point where you kind of think like, am I really worthless? And the important thing to remember is no, you're not. You know, it's just one of those things that sometimes maybe it takes longer for other people than others. That's what I keep telling myself. But it's not because you're worthless, and so you need to like make sure that you don't treat yourself like that. So I think having a spa day is a nice way of just looking after yourself a bit, giving yourself a bit of like a rejuvenation, and then getting yourself ready so that you can embrace the rest of the year feeling good, I guess. Number 6 is to buy yourself some flowers. I think this is such a simple thing, but also something that really helps. As I am not in a relationship and haven't really ever been in one, I don't think I've ever been bought flowers by another man, apart from my dad, but you know. I've been bought flowers by friends, and that's, you know, equally lovely, but I've never, you know, been given like romantic flowers, I suppose. So I buy them myself. Easy as that. Yeah, you know, it's not from someone else, but I really like going into like the supermarket, or you know, if I was really pushing the boat out, I would go to like a local florist or something and choosing like some flowers that make me feel happy, bringing them home, popping them in a vase, and then, you know, them being there for like a week. I just think, but I don't know, flowers are such like a symbol of like, I don't know whether I'd say a symbol of love, but like, you know, that whole like giving someone else flowers is quite a nice thing to do. So again, it's going back to the whole self-love thing, is giving yourself flowers and being, you know, thinking like, no, I don't need someone to buy them for me, you know, I'm going to buy them for myself. And at least if you buy them for yourself, you can choose exactly what you want, and you can buy as much or as little as you want. You don't, you know, you're not worrying about how much someone else is spending on you. Yeah, and you know, you can go into a supermarket and get really like cheap flowers. I know Aldi do really good ones. I often pick mine up in Waitrose because there's one like just down the road from us. And yeah, they last, obviously they're not like permanent, but you've got like a week or 10 days of having fresh flowers in your house, which I think really like brightens up the room. And every time I see like fresh flowers in my house, it just makes me smile, especially like this time of year when, you know, spring is kind of coming, but it's still cold. I've just been outside trying to take photos and it just started pouring with rain and turned like really grey, and it just makes you feel a bit rubbish. So you've got that on top of like the whole Valentine's Day thing. And then, yeah, I think fresh flowers can really help. And also, a really good hack is buy them the day after Valentine's Day, because like most places put prices up for flowers before Valentine's Day. That's just how it is. You've got all of the like roses and stuff, which are just extortionate prices. But like 9 times out of 10, I have been into stores the day after Valentine's Day and they have had loads of stuff left over and they've reduced it to half price. It's still absolutely fine, so you get more for your money. And yeah, why not? So yeah, buy them the day after Valentine's Day and you're away. Tip number 7 is to forget about dating apps for the day. I don't know about you, but I'm one of those people who I go in a bit of a cycle actually. For ages I might not bother looking on a dating app or a dating website, and then I'll get a little bit like obsessed with it, like going through like yes, no, flicking back and forward, and you get to the point sometimes where you just think like, oh my god, there's no one out there. Like, I think the worst thing is on Tinder. Should I admit to using Tinder? When you get to that point where it's basically like, it tells you there is no one left in your area. Like, I remember the first time it came up with that, I was like, oh my god, like, I've been through everyone in my area and there's no one left. Like, not been through like that. Been through on Tinder. And there's no one left. And I was just thinking, like, it just makes you feel rubbish. You think like, oh my god, like there isn't anyone out there for me. And yeah, I think sometimes, you know, dating apps can be great and online dating can be brilliant. I know a lot of people that have met like their husband or wife through that. But I don't know, on Valentine's Day, just don't do it. Like, one, it just is going to make you feel more rubbish because you're obsessing about the fact that you're still looking for somebody. And 2, I don't know, I think sometimes around like Valentine's Day you get some odd characters on these kind of dating apps and stuff. So I kind of personally feel like they're best avoided for a little bit. But yeah, I think just try and do some of the other things to like distract you from the whole searching for love, a relationship kind of thing. And yeah, just have a bit of fun and stop obsessing just for the day, you know. Come 15th of January, if you want to get back on it, then go for it. But I think sometimes it's just nice to have a little bit of a break and take care of yourself, have fun with your friends, and yeah, go and have a little bit of pampering. And then my 8th tip and my last tip is to organise or take part in a Valentine's Secret Santa. I've been taking part in these for, oh gosh, quite a few years now, just with some like friends that I know online. And it's basically the same as a normal Secret Santa. So like one person will organise it, you put all your names in, and then they match you up with people to send either just a card to or a card and a present. And I really like it. Like, I'm doing it this year. So, and I'm also sending a couple of my friends cards as well. So I've just found a couple of like cute little Valentine's cards. So this one says, Happy Valentine's Day. It's Valentine's Day. Let's avocado, because it's got an avocado on it. And inside it literally just says Happy Valentine's Day. So obviously there are a lot of like soppy Valentine's cards out there that are sort of like to the one I love and all that kind of thing, which aren't great for friends, but there are plenty of like ones like that that are much easier to sort of send to a friend or on a secret Valentine. You know, you don't have to kind of declare your undying love for somebody. It's just sort of sending them a bit of love and a bit of a smile. I mean, there's so many places you can look for these like secret Valentine things if you want to join in with them. Like Instagram, Twitter probably have got some, I'm sure, if you kind of search like a hashtag. But I do mine through groups of sort of with chronic illness and stuff. But if you've kind of got none of those kind of things and you've just got a group of friends that are either single, they don't even have to be single, to be honest. Like, you know, everyone loves a little like surprise card or present. So if you've got a group of friends and, you know, all of you are in relationships, you can still do a secret Valentine and it's still going to be good fun. These are my 8 tips for you, and I hope you've kind of enjoyed this it's a bit of a silly video, but I hope it's made you like smile and kind of think of some nice things that you could do to enjoy Valentine's Day if you're single. If anyone knows any nice men out there who might want a date, let me know. But yeah, if you have enjoyed it and you'd like to see more videos, I would really appreciate it if you could give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. Also click on the bell next to the subscribe button and you'll get notifications every time I upload. I'd also love to know what kind of videos you would like to see. I'm kind of up for doing most stuff really. I'd love to hear your ideas of sort of what you would like to see me do. I've got like this book which has got lots and lots of ideas on which I'm trying to get through, But as I say, it's nice to like get your feedback as well, so that I kind of know I'm doing what you guys enjoy. I'm also planning to write a blog post to kind of go along with this, so hopefully that might be a bit less like rambly, because I'll actually have a chance to think about what words I write before they come out of my mouth. So I will try and link that in the description bar as well. And yeah, I will be back again very soon with another video.